The second method that we're going to look at for ranking investment proposals, we've discussed the payback already, is the internal rate of return, which is a more acceptable method and is commonly used. The discussion right now is going to be very short. The internal rate of return requires a determination of the yield on an investment with subsequent cash flows. So it is essentially the return on the investment over time. It's very similar to the yield to maturity on bonds, and you can see why it would be. With a bond, you purchase a bond and then you get cash flows called interest. In a capital budgeting scenario, you purchase a project, you have a cash outflow for a project rather than a cash outflow for a bond, and then you earn cash flows subsequently on the project. Instead of calling it interest, it's just cash flows from the project. But the framework is very similar. So the internal rate of return and the yield to maturity have very, very similar calculations. Having said that, we're going to return to the yield to maturity calculations a little bit later, and for right now we're just going to move on to the third method, which is the net present value method.